Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's Kia here from Kia Creates, bringing you journal inspiration, stickers and playful creativity. And I have a quick little video today to talk to you about something that I'm really enjoying, and I think a lot of you are as well, but I wanted to kind of introduce anyone who hasn't heard of it yet to this kind of idea and this little challenge that we're all doing, and that is my daily junk challenge. So I didn't invent the idea of collecting daily junk, I just kind of put my own little thing on it with like creating a template for you guys. So the idea is that I create a template each month, which is a calendar for that month, and you collect one scrap a day, so like one tiny little piece of junk a day. This can be meaningful, like from something that's happened in your day that you like want to remember and record, or random, something that you ate, like a packaging from something you ordered or a snack that you had or anything like that. It's just collecting one tiny thing a day and slowly filling up this calendar, and you end up with this month of memories to look back on, and it's so exciting. It sounds like, why would I want to keep a piece of junk every day? But it's like, trust me, try it for 1 month. It's so fun. And like our little group, we have an Instagram group chat of like people who are joining in with the daily junk calendar and like using my templates. It's been growing steadily, and I feel like everyone is enjoying it as much as I am, which is really nice, because I was like, what is it about this that I'm enjoying so much? It's like the one thing I've been so consistent with. Like, I'm not consistent with journaling at all. I know people always, that's what people ask me a lot, how do you be consistent? And it seems like I'm consistent because I've always like got a journal spread to post, or like I've got talking about journaling all the time in a video. I've got like a shelf full of journals, but I'm not consistent. I go through patches. Sometimes I journal loads, sometimes I don't journal for ages, then suddenly I have like loads to get out of my system and I do a few pages at once. But I'm definitely not consistent, and that's okay. Humans don't need to be consistent. But the one thing that I have been pretty consistent with is this daily junk challenge. I've been doing it for like since April now, so quite a few months. And you know, sometimes I'll miss a day here and there, but then I'll go back to it and fill it in with something. And it's been honestly so great, so much fun to just keep collecting. And I love looking back at these pages and I'm like, wow, I'm still doing this. I can't believe it. When have I ever committed to something for months? So if someone as chaotic as me can commit to this, that's how easy it is. So if you are interested, in this video today I'm going to be showing you my past daily junk calendars, like what the page looks like now that it's all filled in. Thought it'd be fun to just have a little look at, show you what some of the little memories are that I've collected. And then I'll also be showing you me setting up my daily junk calendar page for November, which, yes, we're a few days in, but that's fine. I'll show you how quick and easy it is for me to catch up on that, and then hopefully it would encourage you to have a go as well, because my November daily junk calendar template is out now, and that's free. That's on my Creative Club free tier, so anyone can download that and use it and try it out. So I'll show you how I do that, and hopefully you can have a go too. And another reason that I'm showing you this and talking about it is because I have a very exciting project that's coming up to do with this. So every month I've been sharing a calendar template with you, and I've been kind of brewing in my mind, like thinking, wouldn't it be a great idea to have a daily junk journal, like a physical notebook that's dedicated to the act of collecting daily junk? So that's something I've been working on, and I'm very excited to say that I actually have a pre-order open now until the 10th. So there's only a couple of days, one weekend essentially, to pre-order, but that's because I don't have like a physical thing to show you now because I'm still designing the journal. But what I thought would be really nice is that anyone who pre-orders and kind of supports this idea from the very beginning can kind of have a chance to shape it. So I'm creating this daily junk journal. It's gonna have like a calendar page for every month, like I do with the templates, and a scavenger hunt for every month, which we'll talk about the scavenger hunts a little bit more in the rest of this video. And I'm gonna kind of have these spacer pages in between, so that if someone wants to tear the calendar pages out and stick them in all their separate journals, kind of like with the templates, they can do that without missing whatever's on the back. Because I know that's always horrible. Like, imagine ripping out January's calendar and you've ripped out half of February. So I was like, that can't happen. So we're gonna have like, it's gonna be 64-page journal as of the design I'm working on right now, because I'm gonna be putting those pages in between. And the point I'm getting to is, I thought it'd be nice if the people who've pre-ordered and who are in this kind of special little VIP group because they supported it from the beginning, they could shape the journal by voting for what they want to see on those pages. So is it pen paper? Is it little tips and tricks? Is it just lined or dotted or blank? How can that space be used to kind of the maximum effect? And so little design decisions like that, you know, the spacer pages, but a few other things, I thought it'd be nice to kind of put those to you guys as a group and see what you would prefer, because you know, we're all collecting this daily junk together. I feel like there's a little community of us now, and I thought it'd be really nice to just like extend that to you, and we can kind of create the journal that we want to use. So I know quite a few of you have pre-ordered already. I'm looking at my little tally chart on my board, so thank you so much for that. It's very, very exciting to know that so many of you are so excited about this, like I am, that you would literally pre-order without even having seen it. So thank you for the faith you're putting in me. I don't think you'll be disappointed because the design's looking really cool. It's similar to my template, so if you like the style of that, like all the kind of like ransom note letters and the like cool borders and different coloured themes, like you're going to really like this. But I'm creating something new for everyone because I didn't want to repeat the designs I've already done. So it's all afresh, it's going to be very exciting, and it's going to be just an entire year's worth of daily junk collecting in one cool notebook. It's so exciting. So the pre-orders are open for that now. I'm going to leave the link below. They will close on the 10th, and we'll kind of go through this process of voting and talking about what we want to see in the journal, and then the orders will open again eventually, but they'll be at a higher price because I wanted to give the pre-orders like a special early bird price. And there's also an opportunity, oh my god, I'm out of breath because I'm so excited, wait, let me breathe. There's also an opportunity to get the early bird bundle, which will include 2 exclusive sticker sheet designs, that you'll only get with this pre-order. I know it's a lot of information to digest, which is why I thought I would tell you about it, but also kind of show you in general what the Daily Junk Challenge is about and kind of show you through my journals, which is what we're going to do now. But thank you for letting me get out my little promo. I'm very excited about this, if you couldn't tell. If you want any more information about that Daily Junk journal for 2026, just go to the link that I'll put in the description somewhere. I'm sure while I've been speaking I've put up some images on the screen somewhere, so hopefully you've got a bit of a better idea of what I'm talking about. But for now we're just going to talk about the actual Daily Junk Challenge, which is like no purchase necessary, free to join. You can get one of the templates off my Patreon, you can join our little Instagram group chat and kind of share your daily junk updates. It's a very fun community, and I will get to the journal in a minute, but I did want to mention a few people have said that this is actually what got them into junk journaling more. So if you're watching this and you really haven't done much journaling but you like the idea of it, I would recommend this as a good, like, what's a better way to say gateway drug? This is the gateway drug into junk journaling. You've been warned, guys. But it's quite addictive actually, and I'm surprised by how much I love it. So hopefully you will as well. Let's get into it, and I'll show you all of my daily junk calendars from the past few months so you can see more of what I'm talking about. I've gathered all of my journals from the past few months that have a daily junk calendar in them. I thought it'd be fun for us to just look through them a little bit together, because you have to kind of remember that to you it just looks like a load of random crap, and then to me it's all memories. It's really crazy to me how actually the daily junk calendars bring back more memories than some of, like, most of the pages where I've wrote about what I've been doing. Like, this is the first watermelon we ate in the garden, the first time I volunteered at the wildlife centre. We got a sandwich for 25p. Sorry, that's not a great memory, but when do you ever see that? I had to put evidence into my journal that we bought something for 25p, because you don't see those prices anymore. A lot of it is food that I ate. Like, all of these scraps are from food, but you know, that's a big part of life. We bought some new furniture from IKEA. This is from when I made the patchwork journal. It's all little scraps from the fabric that I used. They're all things that like bring back memories of what I was doing that day. It's more than just junk. I'll show you July's calendar now. So I started off with a kind of like purpley pink theme, which went out the window a little bit, but it was fun to try to have a theme. And then for Stationery Fest, I actually made this interactive little booklet in the calendar because I had lots of junk and fun stuff from there, so I couldn't decide what to put in. And some days, you know, they're really meaningful and, you know, a really amazing memory. And there are some days where you don't really have anything in particular, so that's why I really like these scavenger hunts, because if I don't know what to put in, I'll just pick something off here. For example, a QR code. It's like, I don't know what to put in today, so I'll find a QR code, or on this one, a barcode. It's fun to have some things to look for and to fill in the gaps with, and I've always just really liked scavenger hunts, so having a journaling themed one is just so much fun. This is my August daily junk calendar. It's quite textured, this one. I've got a few kind of 3D bits in there and shiny things, and I had to give you a close-up on this square because it looks blank from afar, but it does actually have a little piece of Royal Mail paper on it. There's even some string in there as well. Such a fun collection. I feel like a magpie looking through my treasures when I look back at these. Then we have September's calendar. I really love how this one looks. It looks so like full and colourful. And I actually started doing in September. This was an idea from Rhiannon, who's in my creative club. So thank you, Rhiannon, for the inspiration. But every month she makes like a page with the scavenger hunt. She sticks the scavenger hunt on and like finds things. So I've got like the scavenger hunt here at the bottom that I kind of use for the junk calendar. But then I've also put it bigger on the next page as a list and kind of collected those things around it. And it was fun to have the daily kind of scrap of junk to collect, but then also have room to spread out and put extra onto the page, which was fun. So I did that for my October junk calendar page as well. So this is my daily junk calendar, and then I've added the scavenger hunt to the bottom and kind of allowed the junk to expand off the template and onto the rest of the page, which was fun. I think it looks all so cool together. Like I've got these letters BOO to spell boo on the scavenger hunt. So I've put it into this big gap I had where I had like 2 days I didn't have junk for. I've got a badge I made for our creative club meetups, prompts I made for our Taylor Swift journaling event, a little label I put on some flavoured butter that I made. And because all you have to do is collect one tiny scrap a day, it means that even if you've missed like a few days, it's easy to catch up on. Even if you don't have anything for that day, it's never really that serious. You can kind of just find something that's around the house and put it in, or pick something from the scavenger hunt. So like by just all these tiny steps that really don't take much effort at all, you're kind of left with this really satisfying spread of memories at the end where you've like ended up capturing a whole month without even really realising it. And speaking of catching up, now we're going to be making my November daily junk spread. So this is the November daily junk calendar template that's on the free tier of my Patreon, my creative club, so anyone can join and get that. And I'm going to be printing it off. I'm going to be doing something that I said I wouldn't do again, which is printing it off onto sticker paper. So it's like essentially a giant sticker. Last time I did it, it went wrong and it really crumpled the page, but I'm determined to do it smoothly this time. So here is the template. So there's a template just on its own. There's a template with the scavenger hunt on there. And then there's also like the scavenger hunt as a separate list, depending on how you want to set up your page. I'll be using the template with the scavenger hunt on it and then sticking it onto a bigger page and allowing the junk to kind of spread around the page again. And I was thinking for the daily junk journal in 2026, obviously I've got those spacer pages in between each calendar template so that if you want to rip it out, you know, you're not missing out on what's on the back. But I was thinking people who are going to use this as an intact journal and keep all of their daily junk in one place, it might be a nice use for those spacer pages to kind of have them as scavenger hunt pages where the junk kind of expands and it's not just one little piece. So I thought that was a nice potential use for it. As I mentioned though, anyone who pre-orders the journal will be included on voting for exactly what will be on those pages, so that's exciting. Okay, here's the junk I've been collecting for the past 5 days and some decal edge scissors, because I thought using decal edge to cut the squares for this one will be like a kind of fun twist for this month. I've also seen people use shape cutters, like hole punches, to cut circles of junk or star shapes, so that's a fun thing I might try at some point. This is actually a paper plate from the Halloween party that we hosted on Saturday, unused, just the plate that was left, and I thought that would be a really pretty piece of junk for my first day. I'm also going to add a little bit more of it to the page as well to start off the spreading of junk. Then we have some toffifees that we absolutely demolished in like one sitting because I love these. I was like taking my time trying out what I wanted to be in the square. I know it's not that serious, but I was just making fun decisions. I actually went for using like a giant part of the lettering that says fifth because I thought it was fun, but I also kept these little mini versions of the toffifees on the page. The other day I made this focaccia mix, this rosemary focaccia, that was really nice. I cut it too small, so I added in some extra, like massive piece of junk, and I cut the square too small, but it's okay. There's no rules. So I glued those on. This is how it's looking. I have like some things that were definitely, I wanted them to be on a specific day, and then some things that are just general from the first few days of November, and it doesn't really matter where they live, but they're like memories. So we've been having Green Chef meals, so I popped that on Sunday because that's when we had our delivery. And then we've also been eating a lot of this golden syrup porridge, and I feel like you think, well, who cares if you've been eating golden syrup porridge, but you go through phases of what you eat a lot, don't you? And sometimes when you look back on it after a long time, it brings back so many memories. And I thought one day we're going to look back at this golden syrup porridge and be like, oh my god, do you remember when we used to have that like every day? So now it's living in the calendar, and it's arguably yellow. It looks orange on camera, but I think it's yellow. So I've ticked off something yellow from my scavenger hunt already. So we've already got one tick. And my November daily junk calendar has officially begun. Editing Kia here, and I've run out of clips to show you of my journal, so I'm sorry for the lack of visual with this, but I'll be quick. Another thing I wanted to say about the Daily Junk Challenge that I forgot to mention in this is that I really like how it makes you mindful of the kind of like waste you're producing and the like rubbish that you collect. Like, I know it sounds like it could be depressive, but it's kind of nice that it's mindful. Like, I'm not going to say that this challenge is amazing for helping you recycle and it's so eco-friendly, because as we can see, we're only recycling like the smallest piece of whatever we're collecting. But I do think it gives you a good eye on how much you're actually buying and what you're using, and how trash that you collect basically throughout your day could actually be turned into something else. Like, does it have to end up in the bin? Like, there's quite a few things that I wouldn't have journaled with before, like packaging from certain things, shiny plastic, or stuff that I'd never really have stuck in my journal before because I'd only used to use like paper things. There's quite a lot of those things that, since collecting them for the daily junk calendar and adding them in a little square, I've been like, oh, do you know what? I actually have an idea for that, and I've kind of incorporated it into other pages. So it's not that I'm saying that the daily junk challenge is a crazy, amazing, eco-friendly thing to do, but I do think it is really good for mindfulness of just like rubbish and waste, how much you really notice how much you like produce on a daily basis. Like, it's made me notice how much I order, or the rubbish on the snacks that I eat that isn't recyclable, things like that. And it's quite good for not only making you mindful of it, but giving you ideas and inspiration for how you might be able to reuse that. Kind of made me look at rubbish differently. So there's my mini epiphany. And now we'll get back to the main video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed having a little nosy at my junk calendars. Hopefully this has given you like more of an idea of what the daily junk challenge is, and maybe even inspired you to join in if you haven't already. So that would be exciting. If you have any questions at all, let me know. I was going to say on DM, but honestly my DMs are a mess right now. If you're waiting for a reply from me, I will get back to you, but like, it's chaotic in there. It's like, oh my god. So I do need to get back to those. But the comments on this video would be a good place if you have a question about the challenge. And then we also, don't forget to join that daily junk challenge group chat. It's like a broadcast channel group chat, so that's linked somewhere in the description as well. You can download November's template from the description, and you can also pre-order the Daily Junk Journal for 2026, which is so exciting. For those of you who've already pre-ordered or are going to, thank you. You will be getting an email from me next week with the details of those kind of fun little things to vote for, and like little surveys and stuff, so we can create some pages of this journal together. And I'm so excited to see it born. The estimated schedule is that I'll be sending these out they'll be shipping in December, because I'm going to be like design and production over the next few weeks. Obviously December shipping is always a bit crazy, so it'd be lovely if I can get them to you in time for Christmas, but I don't want to guarantee it. But the main aim is to get them to you for the start of 2026, to make sure that you don't miss out on any January junk collecting opportunities, so we can all start the year together and collect an entire year's worth of memories, which normally committing to a journal or like a format or a challenge for a whole year would feel really daunting, but like this one feels so exciting because it's such a small thing to do each day. So very fun, I'm very excited. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll be back again soon. Until then, happy journaling and happy junk collecting. Bye!